I've been performing for 3 years and I've developed ways to prepare myself so that I can perform well on stage. Visualization is a powerful tool that I use to familiarize myself with the feeling of people staring and also looking at people. I practice and imagine there's an audience in front of me that I'm making eye contact with. You have to act calm. Act calm to signal to your brain that you are calm. I don't have to shoot up my adrenaline, try to regulate my adrenaline. I actually take 1 dose of a calming shot before the performance. When I first started out, I used to do affirmations. For example, I'll tell myself, they're gonna love you, you're doing great, you're good at this. Over and over with a calming drink. I used to drink this, but I couldn't find it. But while I was giving myself affirmations and it worked, it didn't work fully. Maybe because I still needed that validation that people liked it and people think it's good. Now that I'm a more seasoned performer and my brain, to be honest, is more developed, I changed my thinking and mindset from you're gonna be good, they're gonna like you, to something that doesn't even matter if they like me or not. It's more about, are you doing your role well? Okay, I'm here to fulfill my role, which is being the singer and entertainer for the event to be successful. So when I'm practicing, I also try to focus on conveying the message. Think of myself as that awkward girl when being a performer needs me to be someone competent and confident. I have a pre-performance playlist where I do 2 types of exercises, and this is something that I created myself because I hate following someone else's template instruction. For my first exercise, it's about getting my confidence and edginess up. It's very mysterious, nonchalant kind of song, yeah? And performing it is like you're so edgy if you perform the edgy energy of the song. But because my songs are graceful Malay songs, the second exercise is following it gracefully as the graceful character of the song that I'm going to perform. The exercise just teaches me control and focus. I used to shake so bad before I perform, but I tell myself that the shaking is excitement, not nervousness. People may be looking at you, but they may look at you neutrally, admiration and respect. Try to humanize them, thinking they're not this judging group of people. They're just people. That's why I look at the audience and actually perform 1 time before I go on stage. Other things that you can do if I don't want to get shaky, right? What I do is I pick out someone in the audience and then I say hi, because it just humanizes them, you know, like they feel like an actual person that I'm just singing to. That connection, I guess. I used to think that I have to smile at the audience all the time, but I find that it actually looks a bit cooler and more stage presence if I follow the motions of my hands instead. So if I feel nervous and I need a break from looking at people, that's what I do. It just looks like I'm performing, which is doing my job and fulfilling my role well. What I realized that when I practice and I improvise things, I lose my train of thought and focus. So I know that during my stage performance, if I want to stay confident and not anxious, I have to reduce the chances of me messing up or pulling my focus away from things, so I improvise less. The things that I did during the performance that people compliment is actually like 60% or 70% of what I practiced earlier. But it's not a failure because you still showed up with 60%. When the baseline expectation is just for you to sing and people already enjoy it, when you give like 60% more, that's 160%. On post-performance, how to not get stage fright and not be anxious is to receive compliments and believe. Thing is try to avoid wanting constant reassurance, because when you get that constant reassurance, right, it actually reinforces the pattern and the cycle. So you need more reassurance to feel regulated. When you feel like on edge, you don't beat it to yourself. It's like telling yourself you don't need it. You're gonna feel okay if you don't have it. Repeat that response and build that muscle. How could I forget having a test audience, which is a smaller size audience, before the day of your performance to really shake off the nerves? For my first ever performance on stage, I volunteered to sing karaoke in front of people. I don't know if people could see that I was shaking like this while I was singing. As a result, on the day of the performance itself, I was less nervous. Another thing is my posture as well. My posture, I tell myself like, you gotta take up space. You know, you have to commit to the action. And I think that's really one of the keys to not being nervous. You think you're taking a lot of space already, but you're not, and you're nervous. But if you really really commit to the action and take space. Like, you think you're taking a lot of space, but actually you're taking the enough amount of space. I know that being a performer isn't something that everybody does, so it's less relatable, but people deserve to show their talents if they want to. And another thing that I just want to yap about is like, man, I didn't want to show up today. But it's like, if I don't show up, it's not gonna happen, man. For people who have things happen for them, it doesn't just happen. They show up all the time. Even if people think they shouldn't have a place, they still show up. Or even if they're not good, they still show up. Literally, it's just about like, hey, I'm here, I'm available. That's all for today.